As historic towns grow and are met with the hustle and bustle of modern-day life, many become overwhelmed and are either inundated by excessive development that ruins town character, or are overlooked entirely thanks to new roads that bypass the town's historic center. Fortunately, Hillsborough is not one of those towns. When faced with the prospect of building a new highway to alleviate afternoon traffic on Churton Street at the cost of forests and wetlands, the people of Hillsborough voted against the expansion plans and chose to protect what lies at the heart of Hillsborough's beauty and charm: open space. Without it, the magic of the small town feel is lost, and historic Hillsborough falls under the curse of modern suburbia. Surrounding Hillsborough are the beautiful forests that characterize rural North Carolina, along with the Eno River, whose steady course reminds onlookers of the constant flow of the town's historic past, present, and future. Major roads were not the first thing to threaten Hillsborough's natural areas, though, as many of Hillsborough's forests were once cut down and turned into neighborhoods like Mill Village, which has since been replaced by second-growth forest, while at one point Occoneechee Mountain was a pyrophyllite strip mine. Today, however, the old mine serves as a popular overlook, and the colors of the sunset on the rocks are breathtaking. Nowadays, it is the work of park rangers, like Christopher Greiner, to maintain the beauty of Hillsborough's countryside and protect the town's rural atmosphere. In the winter, the park appears almost lifeless, and his work consists mostly of trail maintenance, as well as doing the park rounds. The cold days leave the countryside bare, exposing a new and rarely seen side of Hillsborough. But eventually, the ice melts, and people leave their houses to welcome the return of spring. For Christopher, spring is a time to start work on the new trails that he laid out during the winter months, when the trees stand naked and he can better read the contours of the land. Many hours of work go into preparing the trails for visitors, as the paths have to be leveled, water bars have to be put in place, and signs have to be erected to alert and guide trail users. The new trail allows visitors to explore a vast expanse of Hillsborough's countryside that had been closed to them for several years, and even Christopher was surprised to learn that his new trail leads guests past one of Hillsborough's most beautiful native plants, the pinkster azalea. Unfortunately, the hard work that Christopher puts into making the park a place where people can come to view the natural beauty of Hillsborough often goes overlooked, as vandals have their way with park property, destroying signs and writing on rock faces, while some people disrespect the trail system by cutting corners and wearing down new paths that destroy the riverbanks. It's a tough situation, he explains. You want to show the public Hillsborough's natural beauty, but when you get too many people, things get overlooked and trampled. Christopher also has to contend with invasive plant species that crowd out the native plants, as well as deer overpopulation, and people trying to fish in the park without the proper license. But Hillsborough's open spaces are worth seeing and protecting. The towering uncut pines, quaint little stream beds, beautiful flowers, delicate ferns, and rare plant species such as the drooping Oconee bells. Trails have to be blocked off and diverted occasionally to keep visitors from unknowingly trampling on such rare species, but this is seldom the case. For the most part, on his patrols throughout the park, Christopher is able to stop and talk with park visitors, answering any questions they might have, and telling them about some aspect of the park, such as the long history of the oaks. The beauty and charm of Hillsborough is undoubtedly tied to the tranquil setting that surrounds it, and as long as people are willing and able to keep it that way, Hillsborough will continue to build upon its distinguished heritage by providing for responsible growth while maintaining its small town character well into the future.